Welcome to Living the Dream Iowa Life. I'm your host, Hannah Nuss, and each weekday we'll share enthusiasm for what's possible and dive into the stories of Iowans living their dream lives right here in the heartland. Whether you're chasing a big goal or just looking for a little inspiration, we've got you covered. Let's change the world together. This is Living the Dream Iowa Life. Let's go. Heyo, welcome to Living the Dream Iowa Life podcast. I'm your host, Hannah Nuss, and this is a show all about exploring the curiosities of dreams. And I had a thought today. I think I want to start each show with a question, and then let's explore that question a little bit deeper, because I feel like every morning I wake up and wonder, I wonder what today will be like. What an exciting day. And hope for a beautiful day is always like deep in my bones. I can't even help it. I don't know. It's just going to be so magical, so wonderful. I can't wait to experience this day. And I think that is kind of the fuel behind waking up at 3 a.m. pretty naturally. I can't wait. I can't wait to get out there. And the more time that I have awake, the more time that I have to make life, right? And experiment and meet new people and have new experiences and create this wonderful, beautiful world. And so here I am. Here I am, friends. Existing. Living, live, laugh, love, my husband and I mean, the ultimate. I think the first time that we laughed hard together was we had maybe went to Iowa City, to the bars, which was rare for us, but I think it was my friend's birthday. And we were staying in my friend Beth's room, and there was above her window, there was a decal, which these were big back then, and it said live, laugh, love. And we both were just like, live, laugh, love. Isn't that what life is all about? And I can't remember why we found that so funny. We still find it funny to this day to see that. I think it's just so, to put that on your wall, to be like, yeah, this is what life's about. How funny. How funny. And people who have that saying in their home, I feel you. I don't remember why it was so funny to us. It is still funny to us to this day every time that we see it. I think just because we were overly exhausted and it was just hilarious. I remember just laughing and laughing and laughing. Live, laugh, laugh. And just I don't know. It was kind of everywhere at that time. I mean, this would have been 2009. Wall decals were big. That saying specifically was big, and I don't know. Anyways, I don't even know how we got there, but I want to start each day with that question because I think it'll kind of shape where we need to go, and it'll continue the conversation after this show. And I thought about this morning because I really do wake up and wonder. This is how I sort of just wake ready for life, ready to see what's going to happen today. Like anything could happen. Anything. What? We don't know. We don't know what today is going to hold. So I want to start exploring some of those curiosities, some of the things that I'm wondering about each day, and I want to be more intentional about that exploration so that we can have a conversation like, what was this podcast about? If you were going to go talk to someone, oh my gosh, I just listened to the best podcast. What was it about? I don't remember. That lady is just crazy. She's just kind of funny to listen to because I don't even know what she ever says, but it's entertaining? Question mark? I don't know. So let's get a little more intentional. Let's kind of pose a question and explore the answer to that question throughout the show, which inevitably is what we're doing. But I was kind of just feeling like we're kind of coming back to the same things. And maybe if we set this intention to explore the answers to a question together, it'll just give us more ground to stand on together. And you. I mean, you don't want to be the crazy person in your office that's like, I listened to this podcast, and then the next day I'm just talking about wedgies or something. And they're like, why do you listen to this podcast? Like, I don't want to make you be the weird person. So let's start like this. I think it'll be better for all of us. Okay. So this morning I woke up and I was wondering, and I actually think that I read about it in a journal, but we've been kind of on this topic of self-love, of how we feel loved. I asked a couple of questions on my Facebook page. So if you don't follow me there, go ahead and check that out, because I did ask some questions like that, because I think this is what's going to end up connecting us, right? The exploration of self out loud is what's going to create those connections. Why? I feel like my deepest connections with people come from shared experience. And the only way we're going to reconnect in this life is by talking about those shared experiences, right? Like, I don't want to be friends with you if we have nothing in common, if there's not like something to line us up, something deeper that makes sense. I would say my deepest friendships, and I've been exploring the depth of my friendships lately and who I'm friends with and why and how they came to be. And I think the deepest relationships that I have in this life have happened experiencing the depths of life together, right? Like, not the bright, fun, shiny parts, the real sticky, terrible parts, the parts of our story that we like have to tell, but we don't want to keep reliving. The people who I experience that stuff with are some of my deepest, closest friends. And I think that's the value of the college experience. You know, you're experiencing becoming adult together. And that's why those are probably your closest friends in this life. And I think we have high school friends, and sometimes our high school friends stay that way because they stay with us and experience all of that with us as well. But it's the college friends. Yeah. The becoming of a new person is just a completely different experience. So here's the question for today. Because I've been wondering about these things, and it led me to wonder about this. What's the best gift you have ever received? And why? So I started exploring this with myself, and then I posed this question to my husband, who I don't know why he tolerates me. It's like, hi, it's 4 a.m. Let's talk about deep life stuff. Are you ready? No one wants me as a wife, just saying. But these are the conversations I want to have. This is what I'm wondering about. And sometimes if he's not feeling like that, I'm journaling about it anyways, but sometimes I'll post the question to him. And this is what I needed to know today. What's the best gift that you've ever gotten, and why? And the why is probably more important than the what, because the why really is behind your love language. Like, that's who you are intrinsically. This is what matters most to you. So I asked him. His answer made me realize that the way that we experience gifts is different. So I'm going to tell you my thing, and that may inspire you to go, same, exact same thing. Yes. And I want us to not be superficial about this. The why really helps us get into understanding, right? Like the depth of that experience, of the gift receiving experience. I own a gift shop for a reason. I love giving gifts. I struggle to give a gift when I don't know the person. So much so that I like putting money in a card hurts my feelings. So much so that I think I have forgotten, because I hate doing it so much, I have forgotten giving gifts, because I want to know you, especially if I've been invited to your thing. I want to know you to a level that I know what to get you, what would be important to you. And if I don't, I'm like, oof, I'll just give you money, but I don't feel great about it, because I want to know you. I want to know you. I want to know you. And I want to give accordingly. And so, yeah, it's going to be different for everyone. The why is really important. So, mine, I love giving gifts. We know this. I own a gift shop for this reason. I don't know that I love giving gifts. I love knowing people deeply and being able to make them feel special. So like whether that's a card or a gift or whatever, like knowing what it is, knowing that this card is the right card for you, knowing why, and knowing what to write and the moment in time that you need it, like knowing those things and doing that. Anyways, it doesn't have to be a gift. It can be really anything, but it all comes from the place of knowing. So my favorite gift, and there are many, but I'm going to go through all of them because it's my show. So you're going to just have to listen to them. And again, most of the show is just to provide you examples of what your own exploration could look like. And why is knowing your favorite gift important to you? Because it really helps us explore how we are loved. And it helps us create a deeper connection with the people who love us, because they can understand, if they take time and invest time in that relationship, they can understand how to love us better, which, guess what? That makes us a better, more full human being. And guess what? A full human being goes after what they want. So this is important work. This exploration of how we are loved best is really important. So my favorite gift from when I was a child, there are a few that stand out. The first one, I loved Annie. I think I loved it. I can't remember. But I had an Annie doll made for me by my great grandma. She handmade the doll. She handmade the dress. I felt so special because I don't think she just handmade dolls for people. It must not have happened that much that I didn't feel super special. I remember feeling very special about that gift. And here's why. Right? Not just that, oh, I'm different and grandma just made me this special doll and she must love me more. I think even then I could understand how much time went into this. And this is why I love handmade gifts. This is why I love small kind of stoke creatives who make these super special things that you can't find anywhere else, because I know how much time went into that, and it just makes me love it that much more. Like, I know that you are deep in this craft and that this means something to you, and I can feel your dreams kind of bubbling out of it as I wash my body with your soap. Like, I can feel that dream. I can feel your love. I can feel your attention. Whereas, like, if I just buy soap off of Shein, it's like, oof, I can almost feel the human abuse in this. So great that I got a good deal. but I can feel human souls dying as the fabric itches my skin. Sorry, that's not right. Okay, so my my love language is acts of service. Acts of service. And so it wasn't so much the doll, the gift. It was the heart, the time behind the gift. Right? Like, I know that you thought about me. And when you were making this doll, you thought about me. You figured out a template, you figured out a dress, you bought fabric, you put in all of this time into this doll you made just for me. And I think that might be where kind of my love of handmade crafted items probably stems from. I remember that gift very specifically. I still have that doll to this day. I should definitely take a picture of it. So that was one of my first gifts. I think my second gift was my Molly doll. I remember getting Molly. I remember knowing that these dolls were very expensive and that our family probably could not afford them. And so when I got that, it was sort of like next level magic. What is this life? This is not supposed to be my life. I know all of my friends who have them, but they live in big, huge houses. And, they not only have the doll, they have all of the different play sets. Like, this is not my life. I don't know what this is, but I just got a Molly doll. And I know at the time I didn't probably know that it wasn't just magic. But I think now, knowing how much time my parents would have had to put into that, like figuring out how to kind of balance paychecks or figuring out how to make this happen, how to, work a little harder for that bonus. I think the appreciation for that work now is what makes that gift even more special. So yeah, I just knew that it was magic. And I think it was more impactful just because I didn't think that I was supposed to have something like that, something that special, something that important. And it made me feel really great. Next, my husband and I talked about this morning, my engagement ring. We had searched for that for a very long time. And I remember going into every jewelry store and being like, I don't, everyone would be like, we can just make it. We can custom make your ring, anything that you tell us. And I'm like, I don't want to tell you. I know what I want, but I don't want to have to tell you. Like, if this is supposed to happen, it will just happen. Like, we will find the right ring. It will exist, even though I can't explain it to you because I don't really want to. I don't want to tell you what I want. I just want it to exist. And there we were. Like, we randomly went into this jewelry store and all of the stars aligned. The owner of the jewelry store happened to be there. It was not some like big conglomerate jewelry store. It was a locally owned jewelry store, and the jeweler literally made the jewelry, which I feel like is rare these days. So we go through all of the rings. I'm like, bleh, bleh, bleh. They're like, if you just explain to us what we want, what you want, we can make it. And I'm like, I can't even explain it. It's like vintage, and I know that I can't explain it, and I don't want to. I want it to just exist. So we're sitting there. They do the token every jewelry store. We'll go back to the safe. We have some more back there if you're not liking all of these. Okay. So as they go back to the safe, I like whisper to Jordan, I'm like, they're not going to have anything back there either. We should probably just go. Like, it's fine. I'm like, we'll try on the one, and then we'll be like, okay, well, thank you. We have to go. And like, we're planning our exit. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. So they come back, they put the one ring on me. I'm like looking over at Jordan, like, okay, remember the exit plan? Remember how we were going to get out of here? Like, this isn't working. And as I look at him, he is grabbing this other ring and he's like, I cannot believe that this exists. Yellow diamond in the center. Like, completely original. I've never seen a ring like it since. I've never seen a ring like it before. It is the most original ring, and we did not design it. Well, he grabs that ring, puts it on my finger. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I instantly know that, like, this could be the most beautiful ring in the world. We cannot afford this ring. Like, it can be as beautiful as it wants. The same for us, guys. Like, yellow diamond in the center, diamonds all over as far as your eye can see. I still can't believe that this ring exists. I'm like, okay, yeah, this can be as it wants. This is crazy. So then the owner of the jewelry store comes out because we like this ring, and the lady kind of goes back and she's telling him, hey, they like this ring. Da, da, da. So he comes over and he's like, I have been looking. I've never put this ring on the floor because it's supposed to go somewhere special. I've always known that about this ring. And he said, my wife's ring is a much larger version of this, but I made a smaller version of her ring for someone special. Like, I designed her ring and I thought it was the most beautiful ring in the world. And I wanted to make a smaller version of it for someone special. I didn't know who. I've never been able to let it go because no one has quite felt like this ring was meant for them. And we're like explaining our story. Oh, we've been everywhere. Da, 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 da. This is the most perfect. We're like, we can't even believe that this ring exists. This is so crazy. And I leave because they're about to start talking money. And I'm like, this obviously isn't going to happen, but fine. So I leave. And what I know now of the story is the jeweler turns to my now husband and says, this is supposed to go somewhere special. If you need to finance with us, whatever you get approved for is what I'll sell the ring to you for. Like, and he didn't know what we were going to get approved for. Honestly, I don't even think that my husband had credit at that point. Like, we were we were in college, but it was our senior year. I don't think he had ever gotten a credit card. He had never done anything on his credit profile. So this would have been the first thing that he did. Who knows what he's going to get approved for? Could have been $1,000. And that jeweler, prior to him being approved, had made that agreement. Like, whatever you get approved for, I'll sell this ring to you for it. It's supposed to go to you. Madness. Complete madness. I still can't believe. So that ring, just the whole journey to get to that ring, how specific it was and how it just existed. It's crazy talk. Crazy talk. Crazy train, friends. Okay. Next, my mother-in-law, and I am blessed in this life to have two mother-in-laws, and most women would say the exact opposite. Like, give me less mother-in-laws. I don't even want the one that I have. I could not handle having two. I don't know how I got this lucky. So I have the most amazing mother-in-laws. And my mother-in-law, Stacey, who has since passed, she, one Christmas, and it was after I was done coaching, volleyball, she gave me a box of t-shirts, and she like wrote, hey, I didn't have time to get this t-shirt quilt done for you, but I went around and got with all of your previous coaches and players and people, and I collected t-shirts for this quilt. And I'm like trying not to cry in front of everyone because I'm like, I get it. To everyone else, they're like, it's a t-shirt quilt, no big deal. But I'm just like, oh my God. Like, you had to find people's numbers that you don't know. Because it wasn't like she had a kid on my team. So she didn't know any of these parents. You had to find the coaches that I coached with numbers, which you don't know. You had to like then meet up with them and collect these t-shirts. You both had to have conversations about what t-shirts were important to include in this. Like the amount of service I couldn't even fathom. So I still have that box of t-shirts because we never ended up getting it done. Um, but I think it was one of the first times that I was like, why does someone care about me that much? And to know how important that was to me still blows my mind to this day. Obviously, like I'm still crying. This is not a great time to talk about this subject. Um, but yeah, I luckily I got the box of t-shirts. And you know, even in its state like that, it's still one of the most thoughtful serving gifts that I have ever received. Okay. Next, my mom. And coaching was such an important part of my journey and my story. My mom, the year that we got second at state and like we were supposed to get knocked out first round, my mom went and got me a volleyball ornament for my tree, which like I love ornaments. Okay. A volleyball ornament for my tree. And she got the signatures of all the players that I coached that year on that volleyball. Still one of my favorite gifts, one of my favorite memories, and not because it was a gift and we almost won that year and it was so important because like she found all of those players and got them to sign this ball. However she did that, I don't even want to think about like that's crazy. Next, and I will say, my mother-in-law Stacy got me that one gift. My mother-in-law Jill gets me the perfect gift every time. And like to this depth of understanding a person enough to get them an amazing gift, to know what to get them, I think is the ultimate act of service. Like to learn about a person to that level to understand what to get them. So like this year, she got me a bird clock. And like every day that I hear that bird clock, I am just like, someone loves me so much that they learned that about me. Like they've loved and grown with me. And I think it's even more perplexing because it's like, this is not my blood. They just care about me because they care about their child who they love. And I am a part of that. And that just continues to blow my mind that you just love me the same, you know? Like, I am not, you have only just met me, but you have invested this much time to get to know me. My sister-in-laws also deeply love me. I think one time I got this big pack of yellow gel pens, which still bring me so much joy because gel pens were so amazing when I was in middle school, and yellow is my favorite color. And every time that I write with him in my planner, I'm like, sparkly yellow. I'm dead. I can't even. One of my sister-in-laws got me, and like to put that all together, right? To be like, Hannah loves gel pens because when she was in middle school, gel pens were very popular. And then to go, and she also loves yellow, and then to look for yellow pens, which are very hard to find, but to find a whole collection of them, like, come on. Life-giving. My other sister-in-law got me a mug, and I love mugs very specifically, but it had my podcast cover art when I kind of first got started, and she made a mug out of it. And it was kind of a surprise gift. And I was just like, how did you even get that? This was not in a time where, like, now you can just download any image and it's high quality enough that you can slap it onto whatever, no big deal. We were like in an era where you couldn't just do that. So I don't know how she did that to this day, but she did. And I don't know, again, people knowing you to that level, to like go a step further, for me, really is the ultimate form of love, the ultimate form of good gift giving. I'm sure that I have gotten more. My sister got me a fern. It was this year for Mother's Day. And like, I didn't expect to get a gift at all. And she got me the most beautiful fern. And I love ferns like I love my next breath. I don't know why. They're just so beautiful and amazing and expansive. And they just are like, yeah, I'm a fern. I'm living my fern life. I don't know. I absolutely love them. One other time, my other sister got me a troll, a yellow troll with a yellow sweater on it. I love trolls so much. And I'm just very blessed. I mean, obviously, yellow is a pretty knock out of the park gift idea, but I think just to be loved for me is to be known, for people to know and invest that much time to know is the ultimate act of love for me. It just doesn't get any better than that. When I was discussing with my husband, this is important to note because we're almost done here. When I was discussing this with my husband, his love language is quality time. So he doesn't really value gifts at all. Important to know. But he does value like the time that would be spent. I mean, he still likes getting gifts. I think all of us do, but I do think it always comes down to time for him. Like, instead of getting a t-shirt, he cares very little about like physical things. He would rather spend the day hiking or go hunting. Like, don't get me things. Just give me time. I just want time. So everybody's love language is a little bit different. So when you're thinking about what gift really has meant the most to you, I really want you to focus on the why that meant so much. And for me, with acts of service, it really is the act of getting to know me, knowing me well enough, and spending time to find that perfect thing. Also, I got the most beautiful pair of smart wool socks from my mother-in-law this year. And they were like all of my colors. And I don't even know how you can find such things, but I don't know. Just knowing someone to that level is something that will always matter deeply to me. And this is an important question because it really allows you to explore how you want to be loved and how you are loved best. As always, you're smart, you're strong, you're beautiful. What are you going to do? Change the world.